This sounds like absolute dog shit.
Everything is based on preference. Will I be using TM680 browns anytime soon? No, this is garbage.
Guess I need to build a keyboard. So I've got some Aku switches, got some custom keycaps, and I went with the TM680. Ignore me knocking over all the boxes. No one reads the value. So I went with the TM680. Because it's a budget friendly board, it's got everything I want, including the knob. And it's hot swappable. It does have RGB on the underside and the sides of the keyboard, and on the keys themselves. It does come with a keycap switch puller and a USB cable. Mine comes with Bluetooth and the dongle. You can also just use a USB cable. So the plan is I'm gonna use mainly the Aku Radiant Reds since I like linear switches. This was my first time building a custom keyboard, so it was quite satisfying pushing the switches into the main PCB. It's got a nice feel to it when you push down. Oh, and be careful. You don't want to bend any of the pins when you're putting the switches in. And this is the custom keycap set I got. Nice red, blue and white set. It's time for the sound test. It sounds alright, but just alright.
What am I gonna do?
So I'm gonna do a few mods. The tape mod, PE foam, lube, holy mod, and some other touch up. Out of context, that sounds so wrong. As you can see, I've taken the case apart and started filling up with some PE foam and some other foam I had. You can get this stuff quite commonly in packages. I think I did 3 layers of the tape mod. Just make sure you have the holes for the screws to go back in cut out. Once you do put in some foam and tape, just make sure it goes back together and all the screws are in place firmly. I decided to test the spacebar again, and honestly, the stabilizers for all the keys were really good, so I decided not to mod them at all. They were smooth, no rattle, and they sounded good. I wanted to add something extra to the knob as a finishing touch. This is an enamel pin I got. I've just dremeled off the pins on the back and sanded it down, and then I simply just taped it to the knob with double-sided tape. And with that done, I think that's the keyboard complete. I guess time to see if the mods worked. Well, I think we can agree it sounds a lot better after being modded. It's got a nice clack, but it's also got that poppy sound to it. You can stop watching now if you want. The only thing I've got left to discuss is how much this cost in total, and my thoughts on the build itself. So here is a breakdown of all the costs. You could probably save a considerable amount more if you didn't get a fancy keycap set like I did, but I really wanted that keycap set. I did also get some cheap artisan keycaps, but they were definitely worth it. As for the TM680 itself, it's a good budget board. It's got everything I wanted, and it was a good price for the time. I've gone back and looked at the price now, and it's nowhere as cheap as when I got it. It's like double or triple the price, so definitely not worth it. Also, to take off the top plastic, it uses some clip system, which isn't the greatest, and don't use the included USB-C cable that comes with it. There's been reports of it causing the PCB to die, so just use your own USB-C cable.